Hello, Albsterz, welcome back to Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. Today we're continuing on. I have got Playboy surrounded by me. I have got Lishola Arbe, that I couldn't believe what happened in the last episode. And we also have Urion J. We're right outside a dungeon. I can only presume that we might have another dungeon to do at the beginning of this stream. Well, no matter. For the present, we shall return to the Foul now, and make certain of the Ilmorian's withdrawal. After that, the Slilfborough, the Blessed, are no doubt to be... Yes, by what have become of the sky? Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to the Slilfborough shortly after you set out. If you will return to the Knights Blessed, he will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. There you go. Thank you, Elmet. I look forward to a day when we might share a leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will wait for your return then. Ciao. Goodbye.
Ah, you are returned. And none the worse for wear, I see.
Yes. It was a journey and a half to get here, I tell you that.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath.
Oh.
Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. A sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered.
I really like Runa.
That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong. But we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
Oh, man.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
Oh, food. Oh, lovely.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
Oh. No food? Runa, I'll come back for that food, don't you worry. We have a mission to do, my boy.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we would hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Oh, Albert's here again. Does he know Runar then? Or he's just happy that we've progressed and taken out another Life Warden? Bearing women. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I return with you and the others to the Crystalium. Before we go, might I speak with you in private? I'll wait for you in my chambers. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Ratika Falls, I fear they prove true, and so I must share it with you. From the first we met the Ford go on, your Aether has appeared tainted, defaced with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Hydaelyn's blessing, rather it was absorbed into your being. Urion J also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than you can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things, here I will join you. So I'm kind of wondering if, can Hydaelyn gain the light? Because if she is the bad guy, or the bad girl in this, shall we say, would she be able to suck the light that we're transmitting from the city? There might be a little bit too out there. It's not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystallarium. Welcome in.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there?
I feel like you should give us a word of warning.
You look the same as you ever did to me.
I must stay the course for the others. And what if that change? What if it overwhelms me? Then I suppose there is naught to do but rest. I must stay the course for the others.
True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it?
Nope.
If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there. Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will?
Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, I actually didn't think of that.
Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade.
No, but I feel like he's telling the truth to a certain degree.
Villains, heroes. All a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbough look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good.
So we potentially might be taking out
It was
Hydaelyn.
moments like that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Arbor is such a really cool character, isn't he? And these slow moments that we get in this hotel room, I like. Ooh. Meanwhile in Garlemald. The boys! We're gonna go see the boys. What are they up to? Are we in Awarzia? We are back. Oh, it's snowing. Do you want to build a snowman? Oh, he's returned back? That's the Shadow Hunter. I recognize them feet.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
Oh.
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Are they actually going to release that? That's going to be
Close
huge
enough.
if they release that.
Though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Oh, no.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
That's gonna be Xenos, isn't it?
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital.
Because Xenos
Not
is
that
still...
any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
Oh, this is so cool. So you've got the storyline going on in Awarzia with Garlus and also Astinian, and them trying to prevent the
These bloodless games make for poor sport.
he's already here.
Mayhap father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body.
Oh, he's actually already here.
Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy.
Wait.
My friend.
You can't mistake that voice anywhere else, huh?
I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
This is nuts. So you've got Emmett at the top, you've got Dracula, you've got Elidibus, that's in Xenos' original body, you've got Xenos and a bat as a geezer, you've got Astinian, you've got Garlus, this fighting the Black Rose and stuff like that. We've got all the stuff going on in the first as well. Oh, hello. I ain't even used that glam dresser yet. Who sleeps like that? One, without no quilt, and two, straight and stiff as a pancake. I could not sleep like that. They're attacking the Crystalium, aren't they? Uh-oh. Okay. Stuff's about to go down. I must remain here to remain information to the other residents. But you are under no such obligation and thus free to aid of any townsfolk who might be in distress. The X-Dread tends to become a point of congression in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Right, I've got to survey something. We're going round. Let's go kick some arse then on this mighty day. Because if it's pouring... Whoop! My sword's out. Do it. Go, 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 go. Move, 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 move. So we're going to move in on the left side. Tank stance on. Best tank on Twitch. Moving in.
Let's give it our all.
Oh, I can't focus that one. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Alright, boys, you're all about to get royally screwed. Oh, there you go. Ta-ta. Ta-ta. Pathetic. What weaklings.
Help is at hand.
Yes, it is. Keep moving, people. Do not give up. Where's Alfredo? We move on to the next targets. Zoro is already moving in. She knows what's going on. Good work, Zoro. We shall win this glorious day today. Rah, 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 rah. Get him, get him, get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Make sure they do not take anyone. Come here, geese. Yes, welcome. Have you met my great sword? It is lovely. Now, I got the other one over there. One more. Easy pickings. More of the boys. Come on in, boys. In you come. Wait for this. Perfectly time attacked. What? What a bug! How did that not affect him? That is what get out of it gets. And you as well, bonsoir, goodbye. 7, this is it. Well fought, team. Easy. Done. Dusted. Told you, Jack, it's just an easy day in the office. Velia's kind of becoming badass, isn't she? With her own character development that she's got going on.
There are so many.
Oh, no, Lynn! Go save Lynn!
Leader!
No, not Lynn.
Leader, hold on.
They turned on me.
Who? Really? Stay away! Woo! That's the first time they've actually shown blood. Holy crap. Oh! Ooh! Hello! Hello! Can someone help Pengfent? Where are the Warrior of Light? Please, come on. Please, don't you. No. Please. Yes! No, but he's going to become a Sin Eater. No. Because he hasn't got no power. He's not able to consume the Aether.
We need only hold out a little while longer.
It's not a warden?
Reinforcements are coming, remember?
I thought
The
they still had
captain
the...
said so. We're going to be all right.
Oh. I thought it worked for them as well. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Run! Run, damn you!
They can't hear you. They can't hear you.
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it!
He's not going to be able to do nothing, is he?
Please let this work.
When he tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't really matter.
Stay back.
Oh, fuck. Well, if you're gonna...
Help! Why did you spare me?
Oh.
Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear!
They missed him by just a minute.
At the ready! Let's make this count!
Wow.
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Oh, man. The fact that he was so powerless within that cutscene, I really do feel for him. His character development throughout this, like, multiple expansions has been so cool. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough land. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what you've been through. God knows I am. But if you could see the few of the patients, it would be enormous help. Captain Lin is about to make somewhere, though it might also consider asking her if there's any outstanding areas of need we'll need to talk. Yeah, garlic is sus. Alright, garlic is sus. Don't get... We're not starting this again.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
I'm just seeing if you're okay. No, I'm fine. How are you feeling? Shouldn't you be resting? What would the guards do without their captain? How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
You can hear in her voice in how injured she is. No, it's begun, hasn't it? It's begun. It's begun. The roller coaster has... No, don't. The roller coaster set off, isn't it?
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Castarium.
Hold on, how's Jubba out and about? I thought he couldn't leave the tower. No, I thought this geezer don't move.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and senator might live in peace and harmony.
Someone give me an RPG. I'll shoot that thing down myself.
Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity.
I don't like him.
But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my senators. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Geez, you're boring me. Are you just gonna come out the airship, or are you gonna stay up there? I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intentions of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duty, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Pengfent and Miruzulla for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are looked after. Pengfent in particular sustained quite the injury from that sin eater. I would not be surprised if he was... Yes, please give them my thanks. Speak with Pengfent at the Crystallarium. I'm more worried about Miruzulla. She's not taking it well. Could I ask that you speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Horatorium immediately to fetch herbs for Chess Amelia. That's one. But just talk to her, will you? Okay. I can go talk to her if you would like. Bankrin. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Linda, but I was careless, and it's my fault. You can make up for it by being here for him now. Then you'll be wanting to get those herbs to the healer. You can make it up to him. Are you sure? I've brought him nothing but trouble thus far. And what if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure he'll rescind me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right, I can still help out if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chess. There's only 2 on the other list. I'll be need about the other one. I've looked high and low and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the others? I would hate to delay any further than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that very fragrant in an unmistakable mechanical way, I was told. Okay, once you've got them, report back. How have I ended up being a bitch boy? What? Minfilia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Yes, indeed. How? These are for yours. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our stores of medicine. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting, I suppose, though it was a bit of medicine rather than the sharp steel, but we'd win. I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts save more than a few. With yes, in good work and order, the Crystalian people will be cared for. More lie ahead, of course, battles only you can fight, now that we intend to let you die alone. But that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see. He was there, on the battlefield with me. But only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wounded killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if Audrey said it's true, if our losses were just deserts. And we doomed ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled at the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So, I want to tell Exarch, don't give up, don't give in. Please. Or tell him you have my word. Chat, they're slowly building. I can feel it. They're building up. Alright. Like, we've got on the bus. Alright. I'm with the bus driver. Good old Timmy is. I've said hello to Tim. I've sat down. And the emotional roller coaster is just starting. Alright. There's a lot of vibrations going on. There's a lot of stops. It's very crowded on this bus. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? We can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find. So we wouldn't take him too long. Be sure to pass on that message, huh?
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
What? Even he took... Everyone's like, what? Why are you here?
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
I think that was the point.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
Jeez.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power.
Vorthri, surely.
He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Yeah,
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
Because he might actually be a Light Warden or something.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
No. Far from that.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
Ah, that's what that power was.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
So that might be our next point of call, is going over to that labyrinth and
Even should
investigating
we all
there.
join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison.
Oh. The Minfilia might be a...
To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Minfilia.
Oh.
If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Oh.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now.
An underwhelming reincarnation.
The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul.
Oh.
To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
Ah, this is the thing. I feel like the original
doesn't concern you, Ascian.
I feel like the original Minfilia is going to pass down the power to the new Minfilia.
Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
Oh, man. Poor Thancred. Like, he just speaks his mind all the time. If it is the course we have agreed on, I will not subject, though I am afraid it will be difficult for us to spare any of the guard to accompany you. But I can promise it will be well looked upon your return. Just see to it that you do return, alright? I can't imagine what Thancred must be feeling to behave this way. To say he's changed since coming here is an understatement. He may as well be a different person. He reminds me of a... Oh. He reminds me of a father. He argued with us for months about our plan to go to Albsterz, but in the end he accepted our decision. I do hope he's doing well. Oh. Will you never grow tired of shuddering your feet? If you have something to ask, ask me. Tell me about Zodiac. As I told you before, Zodiac is the creation of my people, the first people. We summoned him as your kind summons a primal. A belt, indefinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempted us with it was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so we Ascians came to exist, solely to bring out the rule of the darkness, his darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools. Though that is only to be expected given their innate inability to convene of nature of the universe. But I believe I'm repeating myself. Do not trust me to speak honestly. Do you catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need for deception, as even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. I'm sorry to be so inconsistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just make sure that you are prepared when the time comes. They're actually going to do it, aren't they? We're actually going to send Minfilia off. If we're all assembled, shall we be depart? We follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw an Ilmorian airship coming in to land over Elmerang while I was on my way back to the Crystallarium. meaning we can expect to encounter an armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right now, Amareng lies in the southern reaches of Amareng, and there's two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which leads to Mord Sol. The other is to the western route that requires us to pass through the hills of Amber. Miruzulla and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that is the more well-trodden path, but it also makes for easier traversal of the Navam Severance. What? We can't use that. So we're going to the hills of Amber. If we did, we need to cross the Severn from a point nearby the inn of the journey's head. If the Ilmorians called wind of our approach, it would be very well to bring them into contact with the inn and his patients. We can be sure their activities would not meet Valtry's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Ilmorians' attention elsewhere, to an area in the west that I know will be uninhabitable. That way you'll have a chance of reaching, yes, unopposed and without the risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it sounds like a plan, but nor I will allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will it not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Frankfurt will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Valtry's forces to you. The rest of us will make the western route to try and avoid attention. With that in mind, I think it's best that we follow the path from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid plan under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amoros for our journey, or we'll leave the rest to you, Miruzulla. Oh no. Oh no. Thank you, I'll try not to disappoint. I can't wait for Endwalker, because in the way that they said that the voice acting will be more voiced.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
So this is the equivalent to Talaland, yes? Miruzulla, feel that vibe. Feel that vibe as you become the Oracle of Light. Just embrace it. Just feel the light coming down on you. As you become the Oracle of Light in any time. Town though Mistress Alice Way's logic was, I fear the road, less travelled half, other perils in store for us. A village so near? How convenient. This place has been scared by the flood too. What can I say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it's mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. A free trade. I take you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village when with hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes, but you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect for the road ahead. A village? Are you sure about that? Whomp! Ta-ta! This place looks deserted. There's gonna be no geezers here. This reminds me of that one oh no. Oh no, no. Why? Why are you... No. I forgot I'm in armor ring. You sell? No. You are no merchant, but then. Why do you... I know your fate, hmm? Oh, I remember. You spent the gold. Yes, you did. You robbed me. You gave me some meat. For a coin. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among the traders. You're a traveling merchant, then? Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course. Anything for valued customers? This place is Xaraphiel. Before the flood, it was the home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Jed, borrowed the village, made it into a trading post, a very convenient location. In which case, you are all familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Armoring ourselves. If we continue south from here, we will have difficulties reaching it. Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rents the stone and crushed the mines surrounding the Armoring. The only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think of any other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps you asked, they tell for free, even to friends of our best customers. Wonderful, thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us then, huh? A valued customer was the Mord of our help. Of fashion, they told us of a trolley that runs... yes, at least. But I'm correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when I first asked. Yes, the gate, you see. It is impassable. But there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos, it opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but we must travel to the east more Brian mines. That is where the trolley control stands. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been much great help. Thank you. The scale of this track is impressive. I'll give that. I only need to follow it until we come to the mines. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanism for dispatching the trolley are here. Just as Zun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduct anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines, proper caught Urionge's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Alright. Now this building might pull for... Jesus. Alright, let's have a little look, shall we? Really? Hold on, chat. This is what I need. Okay, you're dead. You're dead! Geez, you have chose the wrong neighborhood to bowl into, huh? This is my neighborhood. I've now claimed it. Stop! Stop! Help! Help! You like Iggy. You don't do nothing. Die. Done. Let's see. Ample evidence of recent maintenance, a lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching the tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to the golem of the source. North thus, it appeared to be a sole example of his kind. The proliferation of the Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were made in operation. Alas, this specimen, as it follows, now lies lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even though thou somehow were able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of repelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone might. Otherwise, why keep something else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let them ask it. Let's ask him what it is then, shall we? Albsterz, I do believe you'll find a person of interest sulking in the shadows behind the warehouse on the north and western side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Okay, off we go then. Wicked one. Where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, I'm sure of it. Whoa, 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 whoa! These skis are really trying to attack me up. The audacity of this man. Go, 43. Nice. A little bit more of that and we should be all nice and done. Simple. Confront him. Boy. Speak with Pengfent. Right, let me get on Stort so I'm going to be safe. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they would say for themselves. Us? We're not the ones that come to which is ours. You honestly look like you need a sill. What? Some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look well. You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all of this way is to strip the machinery for parts. I have an idea. What if once upon a time a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth into a land of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants sworn to follow up until the world's end. On their journey they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that is a serious thing, no, I suppose I am a bodyguard of some sort, but I would rather larger concerns than the fairy tale romance. Though I would raid here more of the ageless sorceress and these heroic deeds. God, grant me strength. Grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Armorang. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again. The trolley? The trolley? Should have led with that. We were always keen to discuss the trolley. We were both engineers in training. In fact, Jerk and Jeff, at your service. Technically, I'm a miner. He does the repairs, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working on a few other folks to get it up and running again. And yes, before you ask, yes, it's true that there is little in need of transport these days, but there's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll hear no argument for us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we can do to assist you? We can gather materials or help put pieces together. It is a side more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you speak with Magnus, you'll understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of Trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you to him. Very well, our opinion are limited, and this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored. I'd like to hear it. Right, it looks like you'll be following us back to the Twine then. Stonks. If you are ready, we can leave right away. Though if you haven't seen another fella around here, have you? I thought it'd be best to come out by now. That is it. Welcome to the Twine. The original dwelling were built to house these laborers tasked with building the track. Over the time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grew to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought you from here then. As you'll doubtless notice, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back then, when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each day hard in the mines. Now there is no trolley, nor much work had to be done in the mines. For that matter, the only residents that remain are the desolate, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, isn't it? But don't see that as much choice. Let's go and meet the man, shall we? Oh, here we go. Here we go. He looks... What are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you? Wicked white. Are you going to bother me? At least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Who's moving? No one's moving. I think you're hallucinating. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. I think so. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach our meringue, and they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing... not anymore. And especially not for the frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach it, you mug. Don't have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. This place is a ruin and nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams, you know. We're not fools. It's a necessity that drives Amory, and we insist that the trolley is not an option. At least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. Well, we'll speak outside. This isn't a matter of fate, Orionje. It's about choice. And I've had years to decide where I stand. Vida has spent too long in chains already, and I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her choice what shapes her destiny will take. It is easier for me to stay silent to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. Jerry, speak to me, Jerry. Oh, there you are. You're pleased to know that our friend back home with no trouble and he'll be fine. He's a little bit shaken up and all. And you, what did Magnus have to say? Did I faint a hope that you might promote him to action where our interest is not? But I suppose that was foolish of me. I'm sorry, but I couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you where the trolley car we have here, if you like. It could be a stroke or two. Has some very smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up, even knowing that Magnus is Magnus? I don't see how much point in being stubborn about it, though perhaps your stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me make preparations in the event it does. To that end, take this toolbox and we'll expect the rails. I'll have a little look along the tracks for anything that might need in repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. Hand him the wrong item. Alright, we give it a go. Settle down. Let's have a little look. You're quite handy to have around, you know. Not in a minute. Not in a minute. Ah, lamp there. Not often necessary these days, but if you're doing this, you might as well do it properly. In some miracle, the night returns. As Lakeland did. Well, it'd be nice. Okay, let's have a little look. Oh, I didn't read it because then I can give him the wrong item. I'm going to give you a file in order to sort out that light, yeah? No! I picked the right one! That should do. I'll bring the varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now, unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been a primary vocation of folks here in the Hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back to the manpower alone. It was then that the Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which then they had seen at work abroad. At the great expense, and brought the engineers who specialized in the Talos here to the hills. And wouldn't you know it, the mining industry's picked right up again. Crisis sprung itself around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mr. Webb. That, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistral left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks of Dalaris Stonework, took off for Ilmore. And now, no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there is no use in elaborating what can't be changed. And there's one more thing we can do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nest on the tracks, so you see the fall to us to remove them when we can. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is nature, but natural, but nevertheless a danger in passing. It's not my favourite task, to be honest with you, as you may have noticed, but I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests for me? I'll keep an eye on things here. Bush, bush, bush. Chat! With that, I think I'm going to leave the task to Jeff here. And this is where I'm going to have to leave the live stream for today.